Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and I'm here today with some 5-star predictions where some of them are mainly romance and some of them have romance in them, but they're not technically a romance. So I have a handful of books, like 7, I want to share with you that I am so excited for. Now these are 5-star predictions because they're books I think I'm going to absolutely adore and love. Some of these I've pushed off for so long because I'm scared of being disappointed, but I have to read them and I'm very excited to read them, and so I will go ahead and share the books that I think I'm going to give 5 stars. I want you guys to let me know if you think I'll give these 5 stars or not. If you've read them, let me know. The first one, I know I'm going to love. This is one of my favorite authors. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. That's Indigo by Beverly Jenkins. This is a historical romance, and our main character works for the Underground Railroad. When she was a child, she escaped slavery, and now she's working for the Underground Railroad, and this man comes through, and they need a place to hide him, so she accepts it, even though he's got a huge bounty on his head. He is part of the Underground Railroad as well. I guess they don't get off on the right foot because he is, like, arrogant, and she really doesn't like him, so it's hate to love, and I think they fall in love in the process. So I've not heard anybody give us lower than a 5-star, I think, so I need to get this read soon, and I'm probably gonna give it 5 stars. The next one is an author I'm gonna read soon. Her newest book is the next on my TBR, but that is 40 Love by Olivia Dade. This one is an age gap with an older heroine and a plus-size heroine. She's 40, he's 26, he's Swedish, she's swimming in the ocean, and her top comes off, and he helps her out. He is Swedish tennis coach? A tennis coach, tennis instructor, I don't know. And then she takes lessons from him, I think, and then they kind of start a little thing. It sounds so adorable, and I'm so excited. I really want to read this year. I don't know if I'll make it to it in 2020 because I have so many reading plans, a ton of them for the rest of the year, but this sounds so adorable, so I really want to get to it. The next one is because I read the second book and loved it, and I know I'm going to love the first one. That is Rafe by Rebecca Weatherspoon. I have heard so many people love this book. This one's a male nanny book, and our main character is a doctor, and she has 2 daughters. She's recently divorced. She moves 2,000 miles away from where she was living, and she needs someone to help out with her daughters, and so she wants someone who can really handle them, and enter Rafe, who is a buff, bearded male nanny. I'm assuming he's gonna be super adorable with the girls, so I'm very excited for that. I really like single parent romances and kind of workplace romances, kind of forbidden, I guess, because like he works for her. It sounds so good. I'm so excited to read this, and I really need to read it soon because I think I'm going to love it. Then we have a classic, and that is Gentle Rogue by Joanna Lindsey. I love pirates. If you guys have been watching my channel for the past year, I'm obsessed with pirate romances. I buy any historical romance I see where there's a ship in the background. They're on a ship, he's holding on to a rope. This though is book 3 in the series, I think, and I don't know if you have to read them in order. I think I might read them in order, but I'm so excited to get to this one. I don't even know anything else about what this is about. I just know that he's a pirate of some sort, or a captain. I don't know. It says he's a rake as well. She boarded the ship disguised as a cabin boy, and it says she's never dreamed she'd be forced into intimate servitude to irresponsible rake Captain James Mallory. Oh, he's an ex-pirate. Hopefully, I read her other pirate one, A Pirate's Love, and I hated it. So much non-consent going on, and I was like, I'm not all in this. I think I gave that one 1 star, so I'm hoping this is better. But everybody loves this, so I'm assuming it is. You also have to keep in mind the time period it was written and the time period it takes place in, so we'll see, but I really am enjoying Joanna Lindsey's books, so I need to read this one. The next 2 aren't necessarily like straight up romances, but this one definitely is inspired by, well, a tragedy, but it's most well known for the romance in this tragedy. That is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I had to get this as soon as I saw it as the Book of the Month book because I've seen so many people excited about this. I think Alexa from Alexa Loves Books read this months ago and was raving about it. This takes place in Shanghai in 1926. You guys know I love my historicals. I am excited to see how this one turns out in the 20s because I don't think I've read a lot of books that take place in the 20s, and it is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. So there's a feud between 2 gangs, and I think they fall in love. She's a former flapper girl. That sounds amazing. I'm so excited to read something that takes place in the 20s, and this sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I think I'm going to love this. I really hope I love this. It's kind of out of what I normally read genre-wise, but there's gems in other genres that I read that I absolutely love. So I'm hoping, have high hopes for this romance. The next one I've had recommended to me because I was in a huge fantasy kick this summer and people told me I would love this for the romance, and that is The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. This is fantasy, but I've heard there's really amazing romance in here, and the synopsis is really short. So it says she's an outcast from the barbarian north. Her mother dies under mysterious circumstances, so she's summoned to the majestic city of Sky, and she's named the heiress to the king, but it says the throne is not easily won, so I don't know if she has to compete for it. I do know there is romance in here, and people told me I would love the romance in this book. Multiple people did, so I'm very excited to pick this up, and I definitely think I'm gonna love it. I haven't read it yet, but I think I will love it. The next one, you guys are probably mad at me that I haven't read yet. And it's because I'm nervous because I love this author in this series so much and I don't want it to be done with already. That's After the Fall by Gianna Jarling. This one and the next book that's already out as well. But this one in particular is Cress and King's story, and they had book 1, and I adore this series. You guys know I am a huge Gianna Jarling fan. I love everything she writes, and she took a long break between book 3 and this book, and so then she just like churned out book 5, and book 6 is coming out soon too, and I'm like, I have to catch up. Their motorcycle romance series, this one's an age gap, and it's not too big of an age gap, I don't think. I think she's still in her 20s and he's 18, and I love this so much. It's not forbidden anymore. They're already together in this book, so I'm excited to read this and see what happens. And the last one, again, I just put all of these off because I'm annoying, and that is Ransom by Julie Garwood. I read The Secret with a couple friends back in like March, May, early spring, and I absolutely adored it. It was so fun. Scottish hero, she's English, she goes to Scotland to like see her friend, and it's hate to love. There's a marriage of convenience. It's so good. I loved it. This is book 2, and it's about 2 of the other guys that like wanted to marry her. They're like, if you don't want her, like, I'll go for her. Like, she's a nice girl. Like, I'll take her. And it was really funny because the hero obviously wanted her and his friends were being funny. I think there's 2 romances in here though, and it's just long. So it's over 500 pages for historical, which is long. And so I'm nervous to get into it. I don't know if I'll love it as much as The Secret, but I'm excited. I really love Julie Garwood. I've only read one book by her, but I absolutely adored it, so I'm excited to read more from her. I've just been putting this off. I know Lacey read it right away, and I think she gave this 4 stars, but I think I'm gonna love it, so we'll see what I give it, but I really want to get to it because I think I will give it 5 stars. And those are the books that are part of my 5-star predictions. Let me know if you've read any of these and you think that I'm gonna give them 5 stars, or if you think I'll hate them. Let me know. Hopefully I can make a video later talking about all of these and seeing if I actually gave them 5 stars or not. I would love to do that, but we'll see how long it takes me to read these because I have so many reading plans for the next month and a half, but we'll see. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.